court, Stan. They like to play at their pace.
Yeah, and there's not many teams like that anymore, but it's all about the details and execution for these teams to maximize their possession.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Inside, it's Green next to Jackson Davis. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Butler in at the 3. Avdia with it, now guarded by Curry. Fades away. Avdia can't get it to go.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Green for 3. Pure from three-point range.
One of the primary ways Green helps this offense, operating as a stretch big.
Beyond the arc, Avdia, good.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Well, Stan, he was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups, just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
And it's Green missing. The Trailblazers have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Henderson finds Avdia. 4-3. The Warriors pull it in.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Three-pointer. And Avdia with the basket on the assist by Henderson. Avdia's got 6 points.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And it's Green missing. Portland has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Henderson for 3. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
There's something Henderson is still working on, getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
Here's the 3. And Green, good for 3. Green's got his second basket.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Ayton draws the double. Henderson outside. Ayton with it, now guarded by Curry. He shoots it. Rebounded by Green. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. The kick out, Curry from behind the arc. Thibault with the board. Portland has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Henderson for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Now here's Avdia. He has 6. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Yeah, trying to get separation from the defense right there. Just couldn't get it to go.
It's stolen by Henderson. He's got a clear path. The finish. And the big dunk at the end of the break.
Yeah, just a stunning play by Henderson, speeding away all on his own.
And a deep 3 from Curry. And that comes off the assist by Green. Curry's got 6.
And just a beautiful looking shot from long range.
Henderson for 3. Pass to Thibault. Six to shoot. Here's Avdia. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Give him 8.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And a deep 3 from Curry. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Ayton. Avdia left side. Pass to Henderson. Green against Avdia. Over Green. Avdia can't get it to go. Here's Green. Curry from deep three-point land. Goes back up. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Denny Avdia. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Portland.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And also, I like how they've let it fly from the three-point line. Shooting with confidence so far in this one.
Delano Banton out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then there's Klingon. And it's Sharp in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Pajimski's shot is good.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Klingon's shot is off. Warriors trail by 3. Pass to Pajimski. Fires for 3. Drills it from deep. Pajimski's got 6.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Here's Simons. Nice form on the 20-footer. Golden State has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. And the Warriors making a switch here. Spencer's checked in. Portland has got 4 of 7 threes to go so far in this game. Grab the screen. Sharp, no good. The Warriors trailing. Here's Spencer. Buries it from 3.
Well, that's basically a warm-up 3 for him. The defense can't allow him that caliber of attempt.
Pass to Simons. Here's Banton. Portland again missing. The Warriors have gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Spencer, no good. Here's Klingon. Puts up a 3. Kuminga pulls it in. Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Sinks it from distance. He has 6. Blazers trail by 4. And here's Grant from the arc. Looney grabs a miss.
You know, depending on where Jeremy Grant's been, he's filled a lot of different roles. He's been asked to be the alpha or the second option or even a role player. But whatever it is, he's always willing to do whatever it takes to help the team.
Banton can't get it to go.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
They've also been quick to set up their teammates, wasting no time making the extra pass for the open look.
Portland making a switch here. Rupert's checked in to stop the run. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. 1:39 left in the first half. Fires away from way outside. Can't connect. Now 2 of 6 for the game. Here's Benton. He's defended by Looney. Here's Klingon. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Portland shooting their first free throw of the contest. And that one misses. And you watch Donovan Klingon. He really benefited from that extra year in college, Grant.
Yeah, the development cycle can be a little longer for centers, BA. He cleaned up a lot offensively and took his strength and conditioning to another level.
Here's Klingon. He's defended by Looney. Klingon's shot is off.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Blazers trail by 3. And here's Grant from the arc. Looney grabs a miss. Looney's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Santos. Still no points. This one for 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. It's stolen. Pass to Spencer. Puts up a deep 3. And he misses the shot again. Only 2 of 7 in this one. Simons with it. And Looney picks him up defensively. And it's Simons missing. Golden State with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And the basket by Looney. Looney's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Klingon. He's defended by Looney. And there's the screen. Here's Benton. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Warriors ahead, leading by 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. One of the stories here, Denny Avdia getting it done today.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. Inside, it's Green next to Jackson Davis. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
And here's Curry for 3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. For the lead. Drops in the 3. Thybulle's got his first 3 points of the game. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the others.
Oh, my goodness, it counts!
Did that really go in?
Okay, what was that? I have no clue how he hit it.
The Warriors leading. And here's Butler outside. And that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got his 4th assist in this one. Ayton passes to Avdia. Over Green. Green with the defensive effort. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. On the wing, Payton. To the paint. Oh! Green dropping the hammer!
I love the show of force by Green, putting the defense on notice with the jam.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Ryan, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Ryan?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. And the Warriors with possession. Good momentum, 8 straight points.
That's how you stay connected to a shooter. Was right in his jersey.
Unloads. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Warriors lead by 6. From outside the arc. Portland with a rebound. Avdia's got 4 rebounds in the game. Thybulle on the wing for 3. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Jackson Davis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. It's stolen by Thybulle. Oh, they get a hand on it. And we all know about Stan the analyst and Stan the coach. But when you played in college, what was your game like, Stan?
Hey, Brian, I had the game that would get you beat as a coach. I will say my greatest strength was this. I was never once accused of overpassing.
The black hole. That is Stan Van Gundy. Here's Henderson. He takes it in. And a big-time jam right there.
Yeah, love seeing the young guard Henderson take charge like this, making things happen on the drive.
Curry, no good. Blazers trail by 7. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Ooh, had a nice open look right there. Bibles got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
And there's the foul. It's on DeAndre Ayton. That's his first foul of the game. A line change here for Portland. And some changes here for the Warriors. Pass to Looney. Fires the 3. Portland grabs the miss. Klingen's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Benton drives in. Grant outside. And it's going to be a 3-second call. The Warriors lead by 4. Here's Podziemski. Off the mark there with a 3. Portland has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Benton passes to Simons. Puts it up. Nice jump shot. And now just a 2-point Warrior lead. And the Warriors shooting just about 33% since this second half started. Santos. And miss after miss right now. They haven't held the lead for a while.
And B.A., that's why this possession is so big for them. It could be the turning point in the game.
7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. That puts him in the lead. Grant's got 6.
And the corner pocket was open, and Grant took advantage.
The 3 ball. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
Tried to come right back at him with the 3. Not that time.
Oh, deflected. It's stolen by Kuminga. Knocks it loose. Grant with a steal. 1 second left. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Makes it.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's the Trailblazers up 3, and we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set for quarter number 4. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. We've got Klingen, Delano Banton out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Anthony Simons, and it's Rupert in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Grant. Another one falls for Portland. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
They've also been showing us standout play on the fast break, working as a team to create easy opportunities.
And here's Kuminga for 3. Hits the trifecta. Kuminga's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Here's Rupert. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Santos. And the 3 off target. Portland leading. Pass to Klingen. Lets it go from deep. Portland again missing. The Warriors have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Ooh, took them no time at all to get that one. Oh, couldn't have asked for a more hotly contested game.
These teams have swapped the lead 8 times. I believe it's coming down to the wire.
Grant with a screen on Kuminga. And it's Simons missing.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. Offensive rebound. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, You go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Kuminga's shot is off. And it's Simons with the ball for Portland. It's a one-point game. And here's Grant from the arc. On target from range. Grant's got 10 points in just the second half.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Moody from outside. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the three. Could be what saves the day for them.
Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
So both teams making some changes here. Henderson against Curry. Henderson scanning the floor. Pass to Avdia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. The Warriors pull it in.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Kuminga's shot is off.
Yeah, there's no reason for the defense to get out on him right now. Just let him keep taking that shot until he shows them he's going to knock it down.
The kick out to Williams. It's Avdia on the wing. Launches a three. Portland again missing.
Yeah, he's just not himself right now. He's getting decent opportunities like this one, but just failing to convert.
He buries it from 3.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Henderson misses.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
On the wing, Grant. Butler covering. Grant's shot is off.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Right side, Butler. The 3. Thibault with the board. So it's Portland now. Trailing by 5. Moody with it. Henderson picks him up from deep. Williams grabs the board.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Offensive rebound. Here's Thibault. No good. Unable to win this run. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. It's stolen by Henderson. On the wing, Grant. The 3. Cash. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Outside, Green. Grant with a steal. For the win! And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. All right, Allie, good stuff there.
trenches, each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. G.G. Jackson is out there with Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5 down low. Now here's Morant. Following the miss by DeAndre Ayton. To the middle. The kick out to Bane. Here's Edey, defended by Avdia, and the shot is good. Edey's got the opening field goal of the game for the Grizzlies.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Avdia buries it from three-point range.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway, the Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Here's Morant. Portland making their last shot. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Here's Edey. Shoots. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2. Trailblazers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Sharp. The three-pointer, no good. Bane with it. Now Avdia defending. They get it again. Out to the wing. Morant with a wide-open look. Bangs home the trifecta.
Look, when you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from deep.
Vital for 3. Ja Morant with the rebound.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing. The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Avdia, a screen on Morant. Sharp, that's good.
And not just an athlete. Sharp is very crafty with the ball in his hand.
Here's Edey. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Edey's got 7 points in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Craig, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Marc said, "I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me." Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. Jackson, that's good. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And it's Ayton missing. Memphis leading. Outside, Bane for the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Here's Kamara. Nothing on the board. Morant against Sharp. They set the pick. Beyond the arc. Jackson in the corner. The 3 ball. Rebound by the Trailblazers. side, Avdia. Avdia with a screen for Sharp, and it's Thibault in the corner. Pass to Kamare. Here's Ayton. Chalk up 2 there. Ayton's got his second basket of the game.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Both teams have it going here early. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And, guys, another thing I love is their pursuit of the ball. I mean, creating second-chance opportunities just with effort.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Vince Williams. He's out there with Luke Kennard. And it's Wells in at the 4 slot. Now, here's Grant. No good there off the double clutch. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Kennard's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Wells' shot is good.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make you pay.
Trailblazers trail by 8. Left side, Simons. And Portland with another turnover here. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Kennard for 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Here's Grant. A kick out to Simons. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Clock at 6. Henderson with a screen on Kennard. That's a 2 from Simons. It's hauled in by Huff.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Wells way outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Grant finds Henderson, and there's the try. And then Henderson with the jam.
Explosive in every way. The quick first step, and then you see the hop.
Wells in the corner. Trains it from beyond the arc. Wells has got the lead up to 9 now for the Grizzlies.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Memphis has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. The tray. It's not going to go for him. And so Grant will bring it up for Portland. And then Henderson with the dunk.
There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a #1 option in Detroit for a couple years. Grant's done it all.
Memphis leading by 4. From past the arc, the shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Simons. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Huff. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:22 left to play here in the second quarter. Kennard for 3. It's blocked.
Intimidation at the defensive end. That's something Klingon can provide right away, while the rest of his game is a bit of a work in progress.
The shot by Wells, no good. Trailblazers trail by 7. Grant for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Grant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. 51 seconds left in the first half. Wells sets the pick for Kennard. Shoots the 3. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Clinging with it. Scoreless thus far. And the 3 off target. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Kennard for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Grizzlies. The 3. Banton's shot is off. Now here's Wells. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And so it's Memphis, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And the three-point shot has been big for them. Right back after this break.
32.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game.
Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Sharp. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Avdia. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Memphis leading by 12. R.J. Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of, can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
Basket counts.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
Here's Heaney. A three-pointer off the mark. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Kamare. Back to Thybulle. Here's Kamare. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Ayton. To the paint. Stolen away. And now Avdia pushing it up and no one back to stop him. Over Bane. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Bane against Avdia. Shot clock at 6. Over Bane. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. They get the rebound.
Trailblazers foul.
So Portland ends up going with the new group.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Kennard against Simon. Kennard's shot is off.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Henderson, no one around him. Trains the three-pointer. Henderson's got 7 points in the game.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Knocked away and stolen by Simon. Goes up and the slam dunk by Simon.
And there's some entertainment value in the windmill.
Oh, a rim shaker and a wrist breaker. Kennard with the ball. And Simons picks him up defensively. And so Henderson will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Grant with a screen on Williams. It's Henderson on the wing. He's guarded by Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Simons from outside. Rebound by Williams. Memphis leading by 8. And Kennard launches it from deep. Now here's Wells. He's covered by Grant. And another miss by Memphis. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Pass to Banton. Takes the 3. Wells grabs the miss. The Grizzlies shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. They need this one. Good on the jump shot. He's got 10. The Trailblazers have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Williams for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. And the Grizzlies lead by 13. The Trailblazers shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Henderson finds Grant.
And the combination of athleticism and defense Grant brings is superb. A guy who you can depend on to compete.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard. And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And Simons wide open. He'll fight. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the 3. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies holding on to an 11. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard with the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Memphis to start the 4th. Kennard is out there with Vince Williams. Then there's Wells, and it's Stevens in at the small forward. And Kennard launches it from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hits the 3-point bomb.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Kennard for 3. Sinks the 3-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Henderson. Pass to Grant. Here's Banton. Wells with the steal. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And again, it's Memphis with the 3. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end.
Here's Huff. Here's Steffens. 4 on the shot clock. From deep. Huff, no good. Trailblazers trail by 12. Grant for 3. Steffens pulls it in. Memphis has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Takes a step back. Williams passes to Kennard. Wells sets the pick for Kennard. Shot clock at 2. No good on the 3.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
Drills the three-pointer.
Proving once again, he is one of the best shooters in the league.
Kennard for three. Portland grabs the miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Grant for three. Trailblazers keep it alive. Fires the three. Buries the long-range jumper.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Things are firing on all cylinders for them right now. We'll see if they can keep it going.
The Grizzlies with another miss. And here's Portland. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Pass to Benton. Steffens pulls it in. Steffens got 4 rebounds now tonight. Williams with a clean look. Good on the three-point shot. And the Grizzlies lead by 9. Not a lot of time left for the Trailblazers in this one. Here's Henderson. Misses the wing chair.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Offensive rebound at the top of the key, Wells. Kennard for three. Henderson pulls it in. Henderson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Launches it. Portland no good that time either. And the Grizzlies leading by 9. Here's the screen. Doubled by Klingon. Kennard on the wing. Covered by Simons. With the shot. Kennard's shot is off.
Nothing is going his way in this half offensively. Really having a hard time finding his shot.
Henderson for three. That one no good. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. The dive for the ball. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it.
You know, that's one of those passes where you just say, uh-oh, as soon as it leaves your hand.
Memphis with the ball. They have a 9-point lead. Morant with it. Now Avdia defending. The Grizzlies with another miss. I'm just not sure they have the time to pull this one off.
No doubt the clock is their biggest enemy right now. It just about takes a magic trick for them to find the points they need.
Inside, the kick out to Bane. And the three ball is good. And the Grizzlies lead by 10. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win.
Tuesday. And when you look at the numbers for the teams, Brent, they both pile up assists.
Those are some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Jackson in at the small forward. Now here's Green. Back to Curry. There's the triple, denied by Morant.
Oh, the energy Morant has is just insane. Using it there on the defensive end to swat the shot.
Edey for three. The rebound by Payton.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Curry from deep three-point land. The rebound by Edey.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
Sends it home from three-point land.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Now here's Green. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Payton. Back to Green. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. Memphis has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Edey. Green covering. Launches it. And it's Edey missing. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And here's Curry for 3. The rebound by Jackson. And here's Memphis. They've gone on an 8-0 run. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He said John Morant is so good and so entertaining that some guys on both teams just stand around and watch him. He told his players, if you let him get to the rim and do something spectacular, you're not only giving up points, you're energizing the guys around him. Coach wants to prevent the highlight reel kind of plays.
Allie, thank you. And it's Green with the ball for Golden State. Trailing by 5. Outside for Butler. 4-3. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
On the attack, Green, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, Draymond went straight to the hoop that time, no wiggle room, and scored.
And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
Now here's Jackson. He's scoreless. Edey for 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 5 rebounds in the game. Down low. Here's Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Give me such a well-conditioned athlete using that vertical he has to get up and throw it down.
And it's in there.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Jackson. Offensive board. Kicks it out to Bane. Here's Edey. Butler covering. There's Jackson with the 3. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Hield fires from way outside. And that comes off the assist by Green.
Yeah, nice to see Buddy Hield. This is where he gets his bread and butter kind of plays, sinking the deep triple.
Fires the three, hits the three-pointer. Hield's got 6.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Outside for Moran. To the inside. Jackson outside. He squares up and sinks it. So it's the Warriors now, trailing by 2. Outside, Green. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
It feels like the three-point line has opened up really early in this one, too. They've been looking confident from behind the arc, but there's a lot of attempts going up.
We've got Kevon Looney. Moody is out there with Brandon Pajemski. Then it's Kuminga, and it's Santos in at the 3. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. Kennard with it. Fires from deep. Looney grabs a miss.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Pajemski's shot is good.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Memphis leading. Here's Huff. Santos pulls it in.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. Have to get out on him. He'll burn you from there repeatedly.
After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
No good from outside. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Here's Wells. Three-pointer, no good. The Warriors have gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Outside Kuminga. Jacks up with 3. Nails it from 3. Kuminga's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Memphis trailing here. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. Let's go with a 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And that one drops for him. Huff's gotten 4 this quarter. Golden State has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Pass to Pajemski. From the arc. It's Pajemski on the wing. The 3 is up. There's the 3. And his 4th make of the day in 10 tries.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Wells. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Warriors lead by 3. Kuminga with it, and it's Aldama picking him up. Kuminga's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. And Brett, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development. And now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Offensive rebound. Outside Pajemski. Three-pointer. Takes the three. Gets the three to fall. And it's a 6-point Warrior lead. Memphis has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Kennard for three. Warriors with the rebound.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Pass to Pajemski. Stolen by Kennard. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kennard's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Warriors lead by 3. Outside Pajemski. Takes a three. Huff pulls it in. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of their first 11 shots to fall here in the second quarter. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, it's stolen away. In transition, here come the Warriors. Here's Pajemski. Gets an open look and hits it. Pajemski's got 18 points in the game. Aldama outside. Three-pointer. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Warriors ahead. They're up by 6. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You got to like what we're seeing from Brandon Pajemski.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
On the court for Memphis. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Jackson in at the small forward position. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in the real game.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that three off. Beautiful shot.
From downtown, and it's Edey missing. The Warriors lead by 7. Green with the ball. Guarded by Morant. Green, the pass to Curry. Back to Green. And here's Butler outside. Grizzlies with the rebound. Pass to Edey. There's Jackson with the three. Here's Edey. Lets the three fly. Knocks down the triple. Bane's got 6.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Outside, Green. Right side, Payton. The three is up. And the Warriors miss again. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. And it's Morant missing.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Left side, Curry. Shoots over Morant. And it falls all over the rim and in. Give him 8 points now.
So fast off the catch, Curry sometimes downright impossible to guard.
Kicks it out to Jackson. Can't tie it up. That one misses. And it's Green with the ball for the Warriors. It's a three-point game. Outside Butler. Man, that one's good. And Green with the assist. Green's got 7 assists in the game. Memphis has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Fires the 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Nice to see Butler drain the 3 ball. This really opens up the rest of his game.
Here's Jackson. And again, it's Memphis missing. Golden State with the ball. They've gone on an 8-0 run. The shot by Butler, no good. Grizzlies trail by 9. Outside Morant. Takes a 3. Oh, Morant sinks the triple.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Healed on the wing. From deep. Memphis with a rebound.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Inside. Here's Jackson. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. And now it's just a 4-point Warrior lead.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Green with the ball. Jackson in his pocket. Right side Payton. Pass to Green. Back to Payton. 5 on the clock. Fires in the triple. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Draymond Green, we know he plays with attitude, he plays with force. His teammates appreciate the unselfish approach he has.
Jackson can't get it to go.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Butler with the bucket.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
There's a screen. Out left to the wing. Pass to Jackson. The 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. The Warriors lead by 10.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Not going to go that time. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in a good situation, up by. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Brandon Pajemski out there with Moody. Then there's Kevon Looney. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Santos in at the 3. That's the Warriors 5. There's Jackson with the 3. He drops it from range.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss. Oh, stolen by Morant. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Shoots. And it's Memphis with another.
Now that's a needle in the haystack shot right there. You're not going to hit that one all that often.
Outside Moody. The 3 ball. And again, no good by Golden State. Grizzlies trail by 8. Outside Bain. From outside the arc. And another 3 for Memphis.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them.
Oh, Kuminga! Hop for days.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors. They set the pick. And And he lobs it up top. Hammers the lob through.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
Yeah, coaching staff probably loves this, just grinding out defensive possessions, which is helping them get back into their offensive flow.
Here's Morant. Moving along, 2 minutes gone in the fourth. Up top, Jackson. And there are the Grizzlies with another bucket.
And they're on a big run to make this game interesting. Can't let up now.
Well, they stacked up everything to get to this point. Now they have to shift into overdrive.
Edey for three. Jackson with a screen on Green. 5 to shoot. Here's Edey. No good with a fallback jumper. The Warriors lead by 3. Draymond. Oh, such a force inside.
Well, Draymond Green's not going to get a ton of those, but trust me, he's loving every minute of it.
They get it back. Pass to Edey. Jackson on the wing. This one for 3. And it's Stephen Curry with the rebound.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Right side, Green.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Outside Curry. From downtown. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds now. Here's the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Green finds Payton. Green, a screen. Let's go with a 3. Green able to hit from 3. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Warriors?
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace, and that's produced some easy scores.
Outside heel. And here's Curry for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
And it's even more satisfying when you answer with a 3, and it looks like they're putting the game out of reach.
There's Jackson with the 3. The Warriors pull it in. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. And it's Green missing. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for Memphis. Trailing by 8. Here's Edey. He's covered by Curry. Lets it fly. And it's Edey missing. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Green, the pass to Payton. Back to Green. The rebound by Edey.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And it's Jimmy Butler with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Edey. Butler covering. And it's Edey missing. Now here's Green. Off target at the rim. And so the Warriors take the win. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. So alongside Grant Hill.
center position.
Yeah, and Kevin, the way the game has changed, we don't see these kind of big men matchups much anymore. And so it's great to see one where two great big guys going at it, and they're going to go after each other.
And Stan, you know what you're talking about. You've had the opportunity to coach some great big men.
Oh, I have. I had Shaquille O'Neal, Dwight Howard, Andre Drummond. I seem to always have good centers.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Andre Ayton out there with Denny Avdia. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And that one's good. Thybulle.
Already a gifted passer. Henderson has solid vision for such a young player.
Green against Ayton. From 18 feet away. No good off the front iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Drake, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And it's Green missing. Portland's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Ayton a screen with the fadeaway. Kamare misses. Warriors have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. And it goes down 2 points.
And the release of Butler's jumper, it's so smooth. He has no problem knocking it down from mid-range.
Thybulle for 3. Draymond Green pulls it in. The Warriors have gotten only 1 of 6 shots to drop for them to start this game. Shots good from Butler.
And he gives up some size on that play, but the defender fails to close the gap.
Well, that's the best way to neutralize that size advantage. Make him defend out on the perimeter.
Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeed.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. It was getting my movement habits right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. Portland shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton, a 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
It remains Golden State basketball.
1:49 left to play in the first.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
Trailblazers leading by 3.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
6 to shoot. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
Pass to Green. Healed from outside. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Henderson kicks to Avdia. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Hield.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And the Warriors miss again. It's stolen by Green. Curry on the wing. The 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Ayton. Jimmy Butler pulls it in. Ayton against Green.
Trailblazers foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And the Warriors with possession here. It's a 5-point game. Out to Payton. Got it up. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so the first quarter is in the books. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And let's also give them some credit for running the pick so well. They're making the most of their chances to score in transition.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Jeremy Grant is out there with Klingon. Then it's Anthony Simon. Then it's Sharp. And it's Benton in at the 3 slot. You know, Stan, the Blazers started the rebuild process with the big Dame Lillard trade to Milwaukee.
Kevin, it takes guts for a GM to make a move like that. And it didn't go well early on. But they've got to trust the process and stick with the plan that they made.
Benton's shot is off. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Sharp has it in the corner. 3-pointer, Simon. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Now here's Kuminga. Still yet to score. And the call will be against Anthony Simon. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here are the Warriors now, trailing by 5. It's good from long range.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Klingon's shot is off. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. The Trailblazers have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Simons the pass to Benton. Good on the triple.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Kuminga up top. He's covered by Grant. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer, and now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
Warriors trail by 5. Here's Moody. Knocks down the 3 ball. Moody's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
And Looney sends it back. Benton drills the 3-pointer. Benton's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's just excellent offense. If the defense is giving that up, you've got to take it.
Podziemski's shot is good.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Benton's shot is off. Golden State's gotten fond of that 3-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. A shot by Podziemski, no good. Portland leading. A shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Sharp's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's the three. Pajemski's shot is good.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Sharp on the wing. Back to Grant. The kick out to Simons. And the Trailblazers, another three.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open.
Now, here's Simons. He's got 6. A three-pointer off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Offensive rebound. Pass to Banton. Here's Sharp. His three-pointers off the mark. And here's Kuminga. He'll bring it up for Golden State. It's a 5-point game. Here's Santos. And again, no good by Golden State. Grant surveying the D. Clinging with it. Back to Grant. Clinging the screen for Grant. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Hey, Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hill. Gary Payton II is out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Green in at the center, locking down the middle. That's Steve Kerr's 5 as we get into the second half. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Trailblazers knocking down the track. Now here's Green. He has yet to score. Here's Curry with the 3. And it's Portland with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Kamare. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Golden State. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Curry with it from the arc. And the Warriors miss again. Ayton wide open. Hits the 3-point bomb. Ayton's got the lead up to 11 now for the Trailblazers.
And I'll tell you what, stretch bigs are getting bigger. Ayton, Embiid, Big Cat, this is the future.
Curry buries the 3-shot.
Yeah, and when you're hit, you gotta hit back.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
Pass to Kamare. Avdia, a screen on Payton. Thibault on the wing. It's stolen by Hill. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Payton throws it down.
Such an advantage to have a big man who can dish it like Draymond.
Here's Avdia. And finished off by Avdia.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
To stand after 11 seasons with this Blazer organization, Damian Lillard traded away in 2023. What a run he had for Portland.
Incredible, Kevin. Not only in terms of his scoring and his individual honors, but the success he brought to the team. While they didn't get over the top and get to the finals, they were a consistent winner. If you were a fan in Portland, you had a good team to come and watch for all of those years.
Yeah, this offense is rolling. They've been assertive, but they're also playing under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing. Love the hustle right there. He earned that rebound.
On the wing, Payton. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got his 8th assist in the game.
This is what separates Green from most bigs. A point forward who excels at passing.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Shots good from Butler.
And knew he had a look before he had the ball. Great anticipation by Butler.
Avdia kicks to Anderson. And Butler sends it back. Healed outside. No good from outside.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Hands it from downtown. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
Way beyond the line there. Hield's range is limitless. Have to check him once he crosses half court.
Ayton, nice shot from 10 feet out. Ayton's got 9. Warriors have gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the third. And here's Green outside. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 8 rebounds in this game. Ayton finds Avdia. Henderson for 3, sinks the triple. Henderson's got 9 points here in the second half.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Here's Green. And it's Ayton with the rebound. And here's Ayton. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Here's Simons. He's got 6. Pass to Benton. Outside, Simons. Clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Benton's shot is off. Here's Pajemski. It'll count. Oh my goodness, with no time left on the clock.
Without a moment to...
Some impressive scoring, and we still have 1 quarter to go. Who will gain the upper hand in the fourth? We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for the Trailblazers, they've got Grant. Also, Klingon out there, and it's Benton in at the 3 slot. The Trailblazers shooting has been wayward so far, only 37% from the floor. Back to Grant. And it's out of bounds to Portland. I'll retain possession. The Trailblazers making a switch here.
Substitution on the court.
There's the pick. Henderson passes to Thibault. Connects from 3-point range. Thibault's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Trailblazers. Green deciding where to go with it. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Trailblazers leading by 3. Outside, Avdia. Grant finds Avdia. Shoots over Kuminga. And Avdia the bucket on the assist by Grant.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And Portland making a change here. Kamar is checked in. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. Here's Green, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
What I appreciate most about Green is his leadership. Strong vocally on and off the floor.
No good on the second free throw. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Henderson with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Grant sets a screen for Henderson. And the 3 off target. Warriors trail by 5. Green in the post. Defended by Avdia. Shots good by Green.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Well, a risky pass there, and if you ask me, they're lucky that the defense didn't steal that one.
They set the pick. They get the rebound. Grant gets a wide open look. Drains the three-pointer. Grant's got his first 3 points of the game. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Moody. Outside, Green. Shoots over Avdia. Knocks it loose. Portland leading by 6. Grant for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Grant's got 6 here in this quarter.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Goes up on the wing. Green with the rebound. Green's got 9 rebounds now tonight. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
At all times he's on the court. Green is active and physical. He loves being in the middle of the action.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And he does get the second one. And that brings them within 8.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Grant for 3. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Kamare, defended by Kuminga. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Curry.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Green dishes to Curry. Back to Green. 52 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Moody. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
And the second of 2 is good. That brings them within 8. Curry with the steal. Outside, Green. And he drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 assists. And so here's Portland. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter, and that one's good. Thibault.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
It's stolen by Green.
Just too big a deficit to come back from at this point.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest, this game's over.
Thibault finds Avdia. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Three-pointer.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin.
That's the end.
afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Now the opening lineup for the Portland Trailblazers. Avdia out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then it's Matisse Thybulle. And it's Kamare in at the small forward. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Morant. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Jackson, the screen. Beyond the arc. Morant, no good. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. How they'll go about defending DeAndre Ayton came up, and coach told me once Ayton gets deep, it's too late. We need to find him early and not let him set up down low. Push him out to the line. That's a lot to be pushing around with Ayton being as big as they come, guys.
And Allie, thanks. Connects from downtown.
Showing he can make this shot. Give Jackson Jr. room to take the triple. Oh, and he will.
RJ, when Ja Morant's at his best, you won't find a more entertaining player in the league.
Oh, B.A., he is a generational talent. There is no easy way to defend him. That blend of skill, athleticism, quickness, it is so impressive and hard to guard.
The Trailblazers have gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. And it's Thybulle missing. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Jackson outside. From deep three-point land. Thybulle with the board. Portland has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Henderson finds Ayton. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, when you let Ayton get the ball close, it's over. DeAndre is just too skilled.
Jackson against Avdia. Jackson, pass to Morant. From the arc. Counted from distance.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Avdia. Pass to Ayton. Here's Kamare. Shoots over Jackson. Avdia from outside. A rebound by Jackson.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Morant. Gets a very good look and converts. Morant's got 5 now.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
On the wing, Bane, covered by Thybulle. Back to Bane. Just 5 on the clock. Lets it go from deep. Portland with a rebound.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction. His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
To the middle. Outside for Morant. There's the triple. He can't hit that time. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 8 so far. Thybulle passes to Henderson. 1:04 left in the first. Another 3 for Portland.
Oh, good 3-ball by Henderson. Now, this is the part of his game that he wants to keep developing.
From deep, Bane. And again, Memphis no good.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Picked it out of midair. Now the Blazers moving it up. Leaps for it. And the ball out of play. The Grizzlies will have it. Memphis trailing here. Jackson with a screen on Henderson. Morant, the pass to Bane. Over Thibault. And again, it's Memphis missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Jackson for three. Drops in the three. Jackson's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's the Trailblazers. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
We've got Luke Kennard, and it's Wells in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Kennard outside. Clock at 6. No good on the triple. Portland leading. Simons outside. Three-pointer off the mark. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Kennard. And Portland's shooting only 42%.
You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer.
Pass to Stevens. Grant outside. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Pippen. Grizzlies trail by 4. Fires for 3. That shot, no good. And it's Simons with the ball for the Trailblazers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Launches a 3. The shot won't fall. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Nice shot by Stevens.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
Oh, a skilled interior player. I mean, Grant's teammates get him the rock and encourage him to punch it in.
Here's Huff. Pass to Stevens from deep three-point range. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shines bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Here's Pippen. No points yet. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. The Grizzlies have got nothing to go out of 5 attempts so far this quarter. That gives them the lead. Huff's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Gets the 3 ball to go.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
They set the screen. Stevens. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. For all the adversity Memphis faced last season, Richard, there were some silver linings.
BA, they had a lot of talented young players get more minutes than they might have otherwise due to the injuries. And there is nothing more valuable than experience.
Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Clingan. They just learned that the hard way.
There's a minute 47 left in the first half. Kennard can't get it to go.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Grizzlies. And the dead-eye shooter, Mike Miller, here to support his former team, the Grizzlies.
Hey, the Rookie of the Year back in 2001 for the Magic, but traded to Memphis and had the finest seasons of his career in a Grizzlies uniform.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Simons. And there's a pick. Here's Wells. On target from range. Wells has got his first 3 points of the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Has to bend. 1:02 left in the second quarter. And the foul called on Luke Kennard. That's his first foul of the game. And 1:01 left in the first half. Simon's shot is good.
Yeah, just a great find by Klingon. As he plays more and more, the game will slow down for him.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Simons. Out to the right wing. Huff, the pass to Pippen. Just 5 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Wells misses. Trailblazers lead by 3. Simons outside. Here's Banton. Off target from outside. Well, the Grizzlies shooting just 27% in the second quarter. He drops it from range. Stevens has got 8 here in this quarter. Here's Klingon. Oh, big finish!
Wow. Okay, I see you.
And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Yeah, a statement play by the rookie Klingon, using his size to rattle the rim.
Here's Banton. Got a hand on it, and they get it back. Simons. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under pressure. Big-time shot from him there.
Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for Portland. His fingerprints were all over that quarter. 13. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
The way to limit those offensive boards, it's just effort, guys. Whoever is guarding him has to get to position and beat him to the spot.
On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Denny Avdia. Matisse Thybulle out there with Scoot Henderson. Then it's DeAndre Ayton, and it's Kamare in at the small forward position. Jackson with a screen on Ayton. Pass to Jackson. Here's Edey. He's covered by Ayton. Avdia with a steal. Takes the 3. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies trail by 4. Jack's up at 3. Jackson can't get it to go. Avdia passes to Henderson. Back to Avdia. Pass to Ayton. Avdia, oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
And keeping the play alive with his activity. I love the effort.
Jackson for 3. And again, it's Memphis missing. For Portland, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian John Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks. Henderson for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. And now it's a 9-point Portland lead.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Portland has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Ayton. Lets it fly. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Jackson with it. Henderson picks him up. Edey for three. And the three-pointer goes. Edey's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a three each time.
Avdia against Jackson. Henderson with a screen on Jackson. Avdia can't get it to go.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
Portland leading by 6. The electric Ja Morant. High-flying, fast, fearless. Where's that mentality come from, RJ?
There is just a fearlessness like you mentioned. Most players, you just have that mindset. You don't care. You're going to attack the rim. Doesn't matter if you could potentially get hurt. You are going to take off. That mindset is a level of aggressiveness that only Ja Morant possesses.
Avdia passes to Thibault. Outside for Henderson. Again, the miss by Portland. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Jackson gets the bucket.
What separates Jaren from other bigs is he's got great confidence in his shot.
Henderson outside. There's the three. Drills it from deep. Henderson's got 6 in the quarter.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Bane. Lets the three fly, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson.
That was let's say that was an odd play. You don't see misconnections like that too often.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. And 1:01 left in the third. Here's Klingon. The Grizzlies pull it in. Here's Wells. Pass to Pippen. Here's Wells. Launches it. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Rupert. He buries it from 3. Rupert's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Trailblazers lead by 6. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Klingon. The fadeaway. Another one falls for Portland.
And this is about as far out as Klingon will shoot it for now. But I expect he'll work on his range over time.
Knocks down the triple. Now here's Simons. He gets it up. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
That's an unguardable pass, flat out. Give him credit for possessing that type of vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. We've got Luke Kennard, and it's Pippen in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Kennard on the wing. Pass to Pippen. 6 on the shot clock. 4-3. No good. Portland leading by 8. And here's Grant from the arc. Stevens with a rebound. And the Grizzlies shooting just 35% from the floor. Tough, good.
They found strong offensive footing in the open court.
And they need to use that momentum, clawing their way back via fast break points.
Rupert. That three's off the mark. We played just over a minute here in the fourth. Here's Wells. Hits a three-pointer.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And here's Grant from the arc. Stevens with a rebound. Grizzlies trail by 3. To tie it up. They get the rebound. Pass to Huff. For 3. Nails it from 3. Huff's got 5 points now in the quarter.
He made the most of that opening, teaching the defense a lesson.
Simons outside, fires from deep. Again, the miss by Portland.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To take the lead. Portland grabs the miss. Klingen's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Rupert. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And here's Memphis. It's been 8 unanswered for them. Kennard for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. And now a 3-point Memphis lead. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
On the wing, Simons. Grab the screen. Now Simons. And he drops it in from the low post.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
There's a minute 59 left in the fourth quarter. Grab the screen. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
No hesitation from Grant. He's not bashful shooting off the catch when given the chance.
Kennard outside. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Trailblazers have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. And it's Rupert missing. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter. And again, Memphis no good. Portland's shooting just 42% so far in the game. Off target from three-point range.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. It's colder than cold. But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
And here's Grant from the arc. Oh, gets the 3 to fall.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Here's Stevens. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Now Portland with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Rupert. Grab the screen. Three-pointer. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
Yeah, nice dish there by Grant. Playing unselfishly and putting the team ahead of himself.
Here's the 3. And Klingen pulls it down. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
Kennard for 3. That one doesn't drop.
Memphis foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left in the final quarter. Here's Ayton. Can't connect. And so Portland takes the win. They played the...
like this matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I would be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. Jimmy Butler is out there with Green, and it's Payton in at the 3 spot. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Bane with it, out guarded by Hield. Outside, Bane. Shot clock reset for Memphis. Pass to Morant. Shot clock at 5. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Stephen Curry.
And it's hard to pick a more electrifying player in the league than Ja Morant. He explodes off the floor.
Both free throws good from Morant. It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but you know they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Butler, no good. For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Kept alive. Outside, Bane. Pass to Morant. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I was able to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies for just a minute. We talked about a lot of things, including how to try and slow down Steph Curry. He said it's the usual stuff. You can't go under screens. You have to contest without fouling. You have to recognize he will put the ball on the floor and drive if you overplay him. That's a lot to account for, guys.
All right, David, thanks. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball after the Warriors pick up 3. A kick out to Bane. From beyond the arc and then some.
Once he crosses half court, you need to stay awake because he can drop it from deep.
Morant with the steal. Here's Edey, guarded by Curry. Lets the 3 fly, and again it's Memphis with the 3.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's Green. He's tightly guarded. 3-pointer. It's Butler that time on the assist by Green.
I love how competitive Jimmy Butler is. You know he's not going to let the opposition get the best of him.
Snatched up. On the wing, Jackson. Outside, Jackson. Fires the 3. Draymond Green with the rebound. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Trailing by 2. Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders and the very capable ones of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles.
Warriors have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
I mean, just so easy for Curry to get that 3 off. Beautiful shot.
And Jaren Jackson, good for 3.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Great open look there. Curry's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Warriors.
On another level, Curry is totally ready to duel this one out from the 3-point line.
It's good from long range. With a lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Morant with the steal. Pass to Edey for 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmares clamps thus far.
Sometimes the offense can be keyed by just quick possession. So you get a steal and you can get out in transition. They seem to be very focused on that end of the floor. And that's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
In the corner, it's Bain. 24 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Shot clock at 6. Tries from 10. Draymond Green grabs the miss. Outside Curry. Offline with his 3. Now here's Morant for 3. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Grizzlies lead. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
So they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Vince Williams out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Wells, and it's Stevens in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. The shot by Looney, no good. Memphis leading. Here's Wells. No good on the triple. Golden State's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Santos. And the 3 ball is good. Santos has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Here's Santos. They get it back. Pass to Looney. A second chance effort. It's rebounded by Memphis. Williams looking around. Here's Stephens. Off target from 3-point range.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Here's Santos. And he goes in for the dunk.
Man, Looney is so long, gets up there and flushes it.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Wells. And a miss there on the triple. The Warriors have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Lets the 3 fly. Buries it from 3-point range. Podziemski's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Kennard for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Looney's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Podziemski. Stephens pulls it in. For Memphis, they've gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began. And for such a young player, Brandon Podziemski has a mature game.
Well, Kevin, his intellect out on the floor, I think, is at an elite level. Brandon does such a good job of hovering around the basket to get rebounds. He advances the ball with the pass. He's driving and always looking for angles. So this is an advantage-created player, and Brandon does a great job of it.
The Grizzlies trail by 4. The 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
The 3-pointer is right on target.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Here's Looney after Memphis gets the 3. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Huff. And for the Grizzlies, their shooting is definitely lagging at the moment. They're just 30% in the second quarter. Here's the triple. Warriors with the rebound. And here's Looney. He has 5. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Grizzlies will take it. 1:04 left to play in the first half. Kennard for 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. Looney's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. The 3. Moody's shot is off. Memphis trailing here. Here's Stephens. Hasn't made one yet. 34 seconds left in the second quarter. Kennard kicks to Wells. Bangs on the trifecta. And the Grizzlies lead by 2.
And Kennard, well schooled, just keeping his eyes up and making that play.
Here's Podziemski. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Podziemski's got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Looney. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Kennard for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach half. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for them. It's Curry and Hield. Draymond Green is out there with Butler, and it's Payton in at the small forward position. And Bray, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Well, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But a lot of kids out there watching what's going on. They're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Yeah, I know you want to focus on the shooting with Steph, but man, he's going to make plays too.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 6. Here's the 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got 6 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer, Payton. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got his 6th rebound on the night. Over Butler. Edey gets the bucket. Edey's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
And Green gets it to go.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Brent, Draymond Green's resume speaks for itself. What's he do, though, that we may not see or appreciate?
Well, Kevin, Draymond Green does such a great job of being a connector and communicator defensively. It is remarkable the way that he can impact every position on the floor by the way he uses both his position and his voice. Forget about the offense. Draymond takes on the challenge every night defensively, and that makes him elite.
This is what separates Green from most bigs, a point forward who excels at passing.
Pass to Edey. Outside for Jackson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
Jackson, a screen on Payton. Jackson passes to Jackson. Back to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Over Payton. Jackson missing again. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Stolen by Jackson. Bain against Hield. Jackson a screen on Hield. To the inside. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Out of bounds. Golden State ball.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. They lead by 1. Pass to Green. Drives to the hoop. And it's Green with the jam.
Draymond Green taking it out on the rim that time.
Memphis has gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. And G.G. Jackson is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Here's Moody. And some very quick points for him on that possession. And the Warriors lead by 5. Williams outside. Good on the three-point shot. Williams has got himself on the board with 3 there. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Warriors have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. And for Memphis, they're shooting around 40% in the third. Maybe settling for some less than ideal looks out there.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Looney's gone 2 for 7, struggling a bit. Puts up a deep 3. A nice shot by Huff. Huff's got 11 points, and not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Podziemski with it. Now guarded by Wells. Here's Looney. And again, no good by Golden State.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Nailed from three-point land.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
The passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Luke Kennard out there with Vince Williams. Then there's Wells, and it's Huff in at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And Santos gets it to go. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Back to Looney. Puts up a deep 3. Moody's shot is off. Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Williams' shot is off. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Moody's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Kennard for 3. And it's Looney with the rebound. The Warriors leading. Right side, Kuminga. And again, no good by Golden State.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy misser too.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Lets it go with the 3. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Warriors lead by 2.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Looney finds Moody. Golden State moving the ball around. There's the 3. Wells grabs the miss.
Well, that's a shot right there he's going to hit 9 times out of 10. We just saw the 10% he doesn't.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Huff's got 9 points here in the second half.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Kuminga, screen on Kennard. Shoots the 3, and there's the bucket from Kuminga.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg? I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And there's Green on the assist by Heel. And now a 4-point Warrior lead.
All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
Now here's Morant for 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Yeah, not a fan of that one, guys. If he wants to help his team cut into this deficit, he should not be attempting those kind of shots. Gotta love the effort there. An undersized foot.
Oh,
yeah.
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Curry can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Morant outside. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Payton with the screen for Green. It's Curry outside. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got 9 assists now tonight. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's Morant with the drive. And Morant throws it down.
A true leader. You can tell Morant takes pride in stepping up when it matters most.
Curry, wide open, misses the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Edey. Outside, Payne. Clock at 4. Launches it. Knocks down the 3.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
A terrific defender. And Jackson, one of those guys with great timing when he goes for the shot block and not afraid to send a message as well.
Three-pointer, Payton. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Payne with it. Butler covering. Jackson against Hield. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide-open 3.
Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Butler from outside. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Man, no question. Jimmy Butler all the way.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will put them up by 2. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with the bucket.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Outside, Green. Outside, Butler. Payton with the screen for Butler. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
The Grizzlies call timeout. Here's Edey. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll... Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Morant with it. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hill. Jimmy Butler is out there with Gary Payton II. And it's Green in at the 5 down low. Offensive rebound. Edey tries it again, and he sinks the layup. Edey's got the first basket here in overtime for the Grizzlies.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Morant with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. Morant outside. Back to Jackson. Takes the 3. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Outside for Curry. Back to Green. And it's Green with the jam. And now he has a triple-double. 11 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
We play just over a minute here in OT. Pass to Jackson. Takes a 3. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive. I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And that's a bounce-back 3, and they're back in the lead.
Green, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Jackson kicks to Jackson. 3-pointer. The Warriors pull it in.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Curry can't get it to go. Grizzlies have gone a shade under 50% from the floor here in overtime. They've hit 3 of 7.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 so far in their 3-point attempts in overtime.
We don't say it all that often, but Draymond Green taking over this game offensively tonight.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Jackson. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. Draymond Green pulls it in. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Golden State. It's a 2-point game. And it's Butler with the jam.
And when things are tight, Butler just seems to step his game up. Tremendous score here in the clutch.
Outside Jackson. Jackson, a screen on Butler. Jackson kicks to Jackson. This one for 3. Bullseye!
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up.